Hey, what's going on, everybody? We are here at the Calvary Hill Cemetery and Mausoleum in Dallas, Texas. And we're here to visit another, I'm gonna call him an icon of country music. And that is, we're here to visit the grave of Charley Pride. I'm not trying to fall. Here, look. You'll see what I'm talking about. Look at these cracks. Look how dry. My luck, I would fall straight down into a grave. But yeah, we're here to visit Charley Pride. And let me get the ad out of the way and say, if this is your first time here, welcome. I hope you enjoy the video. If you do, please consider liking, subscribing, sharing, doing all those things. And if this isn't your first time here, welcome back. I hope you enjoy the video. We'll walk around, we'll talk about Mr. Pride, we'll celebrate his life, talk about all the great things he did, and then we'll go visit his grave. He's over in the mausoleum, but it's kind of hard to talk in there with an echo. Also, the airport is like right there. So I've sat here for about 30 minutes and waited for Southwest, I hope, to get all their flights in. So if there's some weird cuts in the video, you know why. Like, I'll be in the middle of talking and I'll just have to stop and let the plane go. So yeah, let's get to going. We'll talk about Mr. Pride. Oh, and before I forget, see that was one. Okay, so before I forget, go ahead and put down there what your favorite song was, whatever you're thinking. It ain't even got to be about Charley Pride. Just put some in the comments. I love reading them. They're fun. They're interactive. I know you guys like this channel and like what we're doing and all the stuff. I enjoy the comments. It really helps keep me going. Charley Pride was born March 18th, 1934 in Sledge, Mississippi. When Pride was 14, his mother purchased him his first guitar and he taught himself to play. Though he loved music, one of Pride's lifelong dreams was to become a professional baseball player. His elder brother, Mac Pride, played the Negro League baseball before he entered ministry. So how crazy would it have been to have, like, coming up to the plate, the famous, like Charley Pride would have been famous in baseball, not music. But the main reason, all right, so here's the plane again. Yay for the plane. The plane. Where are you at, girl? All right, so I hopped over one cemetery for this. Like, there it is. That's pretty cool right there. Bonnie Parker, like half of Bonnie and Clyde. That's pretty neat. So, in 1953, he signed a contract with the Boise Yankees, a Class C Farm League team of the New York Yankees. And during that season, an injury caused him to lose the mustard on his fastball, and he got demoted down to the Class D in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. I really hope I said that right. Probably didn't, but, redneck from Alabama, not going to get all of it right. Later that season, while still in the Negro Leagues with the Louisville Clippers, two players, Pride and Jesse Mitchell, were traded to the Birmingham Black Barons, which is down where I live, for a team bus. Pride later said, Jesse and I may have the only distinction of being the only two players in history to be traded for a motor vehicle, which I think he's right on with that. So Pride pitched for several other minor league teams. His hopes of making it to the big leagues they're still alive, right? But he was drafted into the U.S. Army in '56, and after basic training, he was stationed at Fort Carson, Colorado, where he was a quartermaster and played on the fort's baseball team. That team won the All-Army Sports Championship. When discharged in '58, he rejoined the Memphis Red Sox. Pride's singing ability soon came to the attention of the team manager, who also paid him to sing for 15 minutes before each game, which increased his earnings. Like, he paid him $10 to sing before the game, and then he paid him $10 to play the game. So he's making $20 a day. Like, maybe back then that was killing it. But so while he was doing that, he also played gigs in the local area, both solo and with a band called the Nighthawks. His big break came when Chet Atkins, which cheesy plug, we've been to his grave, visited him, heard a demo tape and got Pride a contract. And in '66, he released his first single, The Snakes Crawl at Night. Nashville manager and agent Jack Johnson signed Pride. Atkins was the longtime producer at RCA, who made stars out of country singers such as like Jim Reeves, Skeeter Davis, which I think Jim Reeves is buried here in Dallas too. We'll have to come back. And others, you know. Pride signed with RCA in '65, and The Snakes Crawl at Night, it didn't even chart. On the record, like on the cover of the record that they submitted to the station, it just says Country Charley Pride. Pride disputes that the omission of a photo was deliberate. He stated that getting promoters to bring in a black country singer was a bigger problem. People don't care if I was pink, he said. RCA signed me, and they knew I was colored. They decided to put the record out and let it speak for itself. Soon after the release of The Snakes Crawl at Night, Pride released another single called Before I Meet You, which also didn't chart. Not long afterwards, his third single, Just Between You and Me, was released, and this song finally broke into the country charts. So the success of Just Between You and Me was enormous. Pride was nominated for a Grammy for Song of the Year. And in the late summer of '66, on the strength of his early releases, he was booked for his first large show at Detroit's Olympia Stadium. Since no biographical information had been included with those singles, very few of the 10,000 country fans who came to the show knew Pride was black, and discovered the fact only when he walked on the stage. Talk about awkward, right? At which point, the applause trickled off to silence. Charley said, "I knew I'd have to get it over with sooner or later." Pride later remembered, "I told the audience, friends, I realize it's a little unique, me coming out here with a permanent suntan to sing country and western to you. Hey, but that's the way it is." And in '67, he became the first black performer to appear at the Grand Ole Opry since the founding member, D. Ford Bailey. So between '69 and '71, Pride had 8 singles that reached #1 on the U.S. Country Hit Parade and also charted on the Billboard Hot 100. Some of those. All I have to offer you is me. I'm so afraid of losing you again. I'm just me, and Kiss an Angel, Good Morning. Ultimately, Elvis was the only artist who sold more records than Pride for RCA. And in 1971, when he released Kiss an Angel, Good Morning, which was a million-selling crossover single, the same year he won the CMA's Entertainer of the Year Award, as well as its Top Male Vocalist Award in 1971 and '72. So during the rest of the '70s and into the '80s, Pride continued to rack up country music hits. Other Pride standards from this period include Mississippi Cotton Pickin' Delta Town, Someone Loves You Honey, Burgers and Fries, and You're So Good When You're Bad. Like many other country performers, Pride paid tribute to Hank Williams with an album of songs that were all written by Hank titled There's a Little Bit of Hank in Me, which included top sellers of Hank Williams classics, you know, like Honky Tonk Blues and You Win Again and, you know, stuff like that. Pride sold more than 70 million records, singles, albums, and compilations included. So when you come here, then you don't have to fight the planes like I'm doing to try to make a video, you know? Yeah. All right, so when you really... All right, so when you get here, you pull in, there's the front, and then you'll see the mausoleums, and he's in the very first one. And on May 1st, he became a member of the Grand Ole Opry. And in 2020, the CMA announced that Pride would receive the Willie Nelson Lifetime Achievement Award at the 54th Annual CMA Awards that year. And sadly, in 2020, December 12th of 2020, he passed away from complications of COVID. And so he's in here, right? Beautiful mausoleum. I like the stained glass, it's nice. And there we go, guys. Charley Pride, right here. Ferrari, nice. All right, so it's hard to tell. All right, I really don't like doing this, but just so you guys can see, Charley Pride, 34/2020. Let's put that back. Here we go. I like the little Easter thing too. So yeah, there it is. So I'm gonna zoom in on that so you can get some good shots of it outside the weed eater, you know. So yeah, that's I think that's probably the biggest piece they have in the cemetery is that you just saw. And so yeah, thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it, man. It means a lot that you guys watch these videos and all the support and all the comments and all that stuff. And like, we're out here in Dallas. It's 8:30 in the morning and it's already 90 degrees. So why y'all gotta be so hot in Dallas? Like, I mean, it's hot back home in Alabama, but when I got here yesterday, it was just a different kind of heat, y'all. Like, this was, like, my goodness, it was way too hot. Like, I don't know how y'all tolerate this. I guess you get used to it just like we do in Alabama. Like, the humidity didn't seem as bad here, but I don't want to do some old man hot weather talk, but, like, it was hot. Like, I think that's the hottest I've ever felt hot. And, I mean, I've been to Vegas and it's hot, but this was just, man, it was hot. So, yeah, another airplane. Great. I bet I've had to stop the video, I don't know, 10 times for airplanes. See? There goes another Southwest. Right there. Yeah, I bet I've had to stop it 10 times today. Just doing this one video. But it's all good. It ain't that big a deal. It's just one of those, I'll be in the middle of a talk. You know, you get in a groove and I'm talking and I'm trying to remember all the stuff I got to say, and then all of a sudden you hear this like loud roar of an engine coming and it just throws you off. So it's like, well, I guess I got to redo all that again. So that's what we do. But, you know, once again, I'm trying not to be too long-winded. Thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. And I would do my whole little cheesy, you don't know what you're going to find, but the mausoleum, it's there were some people in there, so I didn't really I tried to be very discreet when I was in there, you know, try to show some respect. I didn't like moving that urn, but that was the only way you was going to see his name. And I feel like I just moved it. It's not like I kept it. So just picked it up, showed it, and then, you know, did the thing. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'm fixing to get in this car, turn the air conditioner on because it is hot.